What up, guys? My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading, and welcome to the Wheelhouse. So, when I had made that last video, which you should watch, okay? It says what I see in the charts about crypto. You should watch that. I showed you how I was simulating since February entries and exits on the 1 hour time frame using this strategy, using the indicators that I have with all the coding and settings and whatnot. And I was meticulous about it, the way I'm going about it, and I was up 2,100%. Well, one or 2 days in trading has passed. I'm actually up 2,400% now. It started with $1 million. It's at 24 million. And it's just going to go because momentum breeds momentum, and the more money you have, the bigger size you can have using the system, and obviously it just makes you faster money. So you can't see right here, but this one was $275,000 in profit. And I had told you in that last video that the Jedi simulator, where I teach in the Discord, and I do the one-on-ones and the group trainings, the Wheelhouse Wednesdays, and I have the courses, and then I'm there all the time in the Discord helping people. And I had said in this simulator I do scalps. Well, I teach people scalping, I teach people all kinds of trade setups, and I teach people, the 1 hourly method, the daily method, how to spot tops, how to look at volume, everything about the economy, everything about everything, basically. And I had said in that video that I basically went from 1 million. I started all the students with 1 million on a margin account on the last day of the year in 2021. And I would show everybody how to compound their money directionally up and down, how to enter, how to exit, how to go short, how to cover, how to go long, how to, do that on their favorite stocks. Call it Tesla, call it Microsoft, whatever. Show you how to do that with the system. And, I started with 1 million and I'm at 15 million, a little over. I've made another $275,000 in the simulator since that video. Now, I was only scalping for the first 1,500%. But on Friday, I changed my method, what I'm going to do for the last 6 months of the year in the Jedi Simulator. And guys, this is open to the public. You can watch my trades in here. You can also join for free. Okay, you can start with $1 million and you can join. And you can trade in there, and you can ask me questions, and I can help you along the way. The simulators are just good to practice, especially when you have a bear market. It's good to paper trade if you're not confident or you don't know everything quite yet. Of course, I trade it, and I trade it hard, fast, and heavy, and I do it with triple leverages with margin in the bear market. But I'm a savage rooftop ninja killer, which you can be too. The point is that I got 1,500% up in scalps, and as of yesterday, I made an alert, and I said, guys, I'm going to basically do it on my account. You can copy the trades. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trading on the daily. I'm going to show you what buy and hold and investors could do. And in the very first day, it went up 275,000. Now, it was a green day. It was a broad market rally. However, I knew that rally was coming, and I can explain and show you that how I knew that in this video. I also want to show people that if you're a buy and hold investor, there's a way to do it. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. Okay, and I'm going to show you the right way for the buy and hold investors now in the simulator. I showed you the scalping techniques, which are I like a lot in very volatile markets because there's a lot of volatility. I mean, it goes up and down really fast, so you can play that game. When it's a little less volatile and you kind of understand a little bit more of the market, the hourly is great. So the first 6 months, I went up 1,500% doing scalps. The second 6 months, from June to the end of this year, 2022, I will be doing a buy and hold, and I will be doing it based on entering and exiting with certain conditions. Now, day one, I'm up 275,000, and these are the picks. And I told him I'm going to build like a mutual fund because there's a lot of bullish charts, and what I'll do is I'll hold all these until something happens that I see in the charts, and then I'll exit them or go short. Most likely I'll go short because that's what I do. So come in the Discord. Let me help you. Okay, I'm up 2,400% in one simulator. I'm up 1,500% in this one. and like 320% of real money. In fact, I made with after hours on Friday $35,287.20 on Friday. And last week when it was red every day, I did over 100 grand on a completely red week. I mean, a savage red week. I did over 100 grand. Well, I've been doing that the entire bear market, guys. I've been doing that the whole time. And it's because I'm a directional trader, okay? I understand how to spot a top and how to go short and how to put my foot on the gas when needs be. One of my favorite days ever, every month to trade is when Jerome Powell gets out and does the FOMC. I know there's going to be extreme volatility, so I have my watch list set for longs and shorts, and depending how the market goes, I know it'll be erratic, I know it'll be extreme, and I will jump to the short side or the long side, and I'll put my foot on the gas, and I'll be in and out quickly on that volatility and make a ton of money. Okay, I utilize these particular catalysts to my advantage, So look, let's take a look at some charts. I want to show you, and we'll watch this. We'll look at the simulator as time goes. This is just day one, and it was like just call it 15 million, okay? I know it was like 15,100,000 or something like that, but we'll watch it for the next 6 months. I'll pull it up every once in a while and show you what you can do in buy and hold. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Buy and hold is great. However, I already know, because I've been doing this for many, many years, that buy and hold is not the most profitable. The most profitable is going to be the shorter time frames on momentum, okay? But a lot more trades, which can add a lot more risk if you don't know what you're doing. Buy and hold is for, people that maybe have a job, or people that are, they have conviction in something and they just want to hold it, which is totally fine. But what's not fine, and what I see on Reddit and Facebook and YouTube, and I see everywhere, even on Bloomberg, these guys, sometimes I'm just like, wow, guys, you don't know what you're doing sometimes when I listen to these guys. With buy and hold, you want to exit a specific way, and that is in the profit, okay? And it's okay if you want to hold like one share just so you got a little skin in the game or something like that. I get that. But you don't want to make the gains and then ride it all the way to the bottom and take something that's 80% up down to 10% up and then rewrite it. You want to ride it up, make the 80%. Maybe you lose 2, 3, 4, 5%, when you exit, so we'll call it 75%. Let it fall, and then take all that money plus the profit and put it back in when the charts get and the market and the environment gets correct again for an entry. And then you compound it. And it's even better if you do that and you go do the short side too. So you work it long and you work it short, long, short. And, you can really, really make a lot of money. I had made a video earlier this year or last year, and, Bitcoin was up, I think it was up like 400% for the year or something. And I said, that's great. But can you imagine the difference between the guy that's excited that says, I bought Bitcoin and held and made 400%? And that's great. I applaud you. That's great. I mean, 400%. I mean, I'm in the market. Like, that's good return and gain. But I had showed you in that video, like, it's great that you made 400%, but what if you could have been in the same dollar amount that you invested and the same time frame and made, over 2,000%? And I showed you how to do that and told people to come in to the Jedi Discord and look at the simulator. When we all had these, were all zeros. We hadn't even started. And I said I would teach you how to do it. And here we go. Okay? I'm not on YouTube for any other reason than because I know what I have, the knowledge that I have that I could teach you is absolute gold. Okay? It is a winning strategy. My methods, my strategies, my processes, my conditions, they're not just, I read this in a book or I heard this on YouTube. No, this is like a lot of experience, a lot of trial and error. I've been doing this for a long, long time. And I don't live in a mansion. I live in an estate. An estate is bigger than a mansion, on the water. I drive, $250,000 cars. Like, I do well, and this is what I do. I also do real estate stuff, but I want to show you how you can do this, because the whole reason I got on YouTube was because there was so many amateurs out there talking about buying the dip and just talking about doing everything the wrong way. In fact, I just saw somebody on Facebook yesterday. He's like, you guys are idiots. You know, while everybody's buying on Friday, I'm selling. Okay, look, you were supposed to be doing that for the last 4 months. You're actually the idiot, dude. You got it backwards, and that's why you're not a good investor. You don't really understand how the markets work. Look, you don't need to know the news. You don't need to know about inflation, the federal fund rate. You don't need to know about anything going on with the war in China, the food crisis. You don't need to know any of that. I could teach you how to trade and be extremely profitable without even looking at any of that. You do have to get your news from the charts. You do have to understand volume, price action, and set your charts up the way that I have them, because everything is tied together for one big, it's all 15 things on my charts that I have in there, which on the back end that you can't see coding is more like 100 things. I know one indicator has almost 50 things written in the code that you can't see. Like, you don't see Bollinger Bands on my chart. You don't see Chalkins. You don't see all these things, yet they're in the coding and they show up in these little green triangles and little red triangles, and they show up in different ways. So, you know, let's look at some technicals, and I'm going to show you why I knew there was going to be a rally. I'm going to show you how you can see these things and when to exit. And we're going to look at this throughout the year, even on a buy and hold, which for me is the lazy way to do things. That's just me, though. But I'm in front of multiple screens all day long. Okay, so I don't need to do buy and hold, because I don't like to necessarily buy and it goes up, and then it retraces before it goes up. I just skip all that retracement when I do it on the hourlies or the scalps. I'm just in and out. I just, if you need to make 1,000 a day, boom, I get in there. It takes me like 20 minutes. I just wait. I don't just buy the market open, or I wait for certain things to happen, especially on the indexes. I'm a big believer in green tides lift all boats. I'm also a big believer in directional trading, spotting pivots, momentum, and it works for me. And, I think there's a lot of good traders out there, but I don't know that a lot of these good traders are pushing these kind of numbers, okay? I also understand from teaching people that what I teach is not totally easy. I am working on the way my brain works, it's highly an active mind, and I'm working on a way to describe it to people so that it's very simple and just easy to follow. And now that I've designed the system, I'm working on that. But, essentially, I think that people get too caught up in everything going on, okay? It doesn't matter really if there's a recession. It doesn't matter if GDP falls. It doesn't matter if they raise the rate 0.5% 20 times or a full percent 10 times. It doesn't really matter. What matters is understanding how to enter and exit, understanding what time frame to be on with market volatility in the environment. This is for crypto and stocks. I like crypto too a lot. And the other day I told you guys some crypto charts that were going to go up, and I said Ethereum Classic and Loopring, and I took both of them, and I woke up in the morning and Loopring was up like 16%. Ethereum Classic was up too. And I exited, but profitable. Same reason I'm profitable in these simulators and in my real account, and the other one that's up $24 million. It's the same thing, and I can teach it to you. You have to understand, they don't want you to know how to do this, or they don't know how to do this. And I'm almost positive that even the smart money, because I've done the licensing and the trainings, and I've done all this stuff, even the way that smart money is trained, they still don't have all the things that I teach you in here, and they could learn some stuff from me. I know these guys get 7-10%, and they're so hell-bent on all these different things that can be right. But what they don't understand with their training is that certain things that they think are right They are right, but in a different market environment. For a good, simple example is dollar cost averaging. You think dollar cost averaging is really good, and it is 9 out of 10 times. It's just not good 1 out of 10 times. And that particular time that you don't dollar cost average is when you top and go into a bear market. Okay? You don't do that because you're adding more shares or more tokens and more pressure to the downside in a falling market. So you're just going down further and faster and heavier because you're adding to it. You need to understand how to identify a bottom or a local bottom and then add in there. And I'll show you some of that. Let's look at some charts. I want to show you a thesis and reasoning why I knew it was going to go up and why it's still going to go up in the stock market. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the Nasdaq, okay? And I've been walking you through the Nasdaq since, way back here, and and I'm not trying to say it to like brag or anything like that. I want you to know that I know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? I was telling you guys back here, and I was telling you here and here, get out of the market. We're about to go into a bear market. And I explained in many videos about bubbling volume and how prop traders were coming out and how to, 5x down into momentum to get out. And that's what the institutions were doing. Meanwhile, it took many months for other YouTubers and Bloomberg for them to even realize what was going on, okay? Now, I want to explain something to you. Okay, right now on the Nasdaq, we are down 25.88%. Okay, now if you go back and you look, let's just go back to COVID. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 red sell signals. Okay, you got 4 red sell signals. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong little piece here. I was trying to grab this one. Okay, you see them? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, before COVID, my indicators and settings said sell, okay? Then this line went red, okay? But then it went down, it was a savage drop, okay? 33.81%, okay? Now, what happened? Can you guys see? Can you see that right here, 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th green arrow right there. Said to buy before the bottom, 3, 2, and 1 day before the bottom. Okay, the indicator knew. It calculates a lot with money flow, buying versus selling and holding. It calculates all this stuff, and it called it correctly. Okay, and it actually called it correctly over here too when we had the big drop, which was the beginning of the bear market. And I know you guys are like, well, that doesn't make any sense, Chris. Look how much it went up. It was the beginning of the bear market in the small caps, and small caps always lead the bear market. People tend to forget this, but this has been going on since the beginning of the stock market. The bear market always starts with small caps. So back in February, all the way through May, this one, okay, back in February, all the way to the bottom of May, it showed sell signals, and this went red on the daily, okay? But look, before it had this rally, which I remember having $50,000 days just on, one of these candles. This rally, it might look small, but, you can make a lot of money. So when it went down, it flashed a green signal and told you. When it came down, it flashed a green signal and told you. It told you to get out. It flashed a green one here, and what happened? It went all the way up. Flashed another green one here, went up. Flashed a green one here before this big rally and went up, okay? Then we came down. I was making videos about how much money I was making short, doing the pivots. 1, 2, 3 buy signals going up on this rally, okay? Now, no signals here until we got to this one. On this one, there's a green triangle, okay? And it came down, and I've been walking you through all this, and teaching everybody how to play this to your advantage and make a ton of money on it. Well, look, okay, 2 days ago on Wednesday, you got a green triangle and you pivoted. And I'll move this real quick and you can see, look at those big candles. So you have pivoted. Well, not only did you pivot, but you also broke a minor swing high, which is exactly where this goes down to, okay, see that line, this swing high, okay, and you broke it. It's not a trend reversal by any means of a major one, but it's a minor trend reversal. You're going the right direction. So when you get the green arrow, it tells you prior, okay? But on top of that, they tend to go for a while, okay? And in bear markets, sometimes the rally can go for a long time. In fact, one time in a bear market, the rally went to the upside for 15 weeks. And 2 different times in bear markets, the rallies went on for 7 weeks, okay? These rallies can be like this, okay? They can be like this. So this is just getting started. So that guy on Facebook that's like, while you guys are buying, I'm selling. No, man, you're supposed to be selling over here. And if you didn't know how, you're supposed to be watching my videos about when there was momentum, how to 3, 4, 5x into it so you could get out, into momentum and de-risk and get out of margin. But if you're, new to the channel, subscribe. I'm going to help you out. And, I'm telling you right now, we're pivoting, okay? And you got your green triangle. You got your first minor trend reversal. But really, really important, I want you to understand something. When my cloud goes from blue to purple and closes, it's going to come down. It's backed up by the ribbon. You're under a 200. You have a primary trend. You have all this evidence that it's going to come down. So when this thing closes, you got to get out. And what do I say? Pay attention to your indexes. If the Nasdaq is going to come down, then all your stocks in the Nasdaq are pretty much going to come down. Maybe a tiny percent will hold or, even go up a little bit, but for the most part, they're going to come down. Same with the Dow and the SPY and the Russell. Okay, so when this thing closes, you got to be getting out of all your Nasdaq stocks, okay? And you got to be, shorting those because the index, the umbrella that they're in, are saying it's going to come down. Now it double bottoms, it gets this, it rallies, but look, the purple, this purple cloud is crossing over, and right behind there, if you can't see, it just went blue. Okay, do these things go blue for a short amount of time? Rarely. Okay, it did it right here, had a little one, but mostly they're more like this, or like that's a small one. This is kind of a normal one over here. These are, pretty normal. So it's just now going blue. And the way that I have all my stuff is it doesn't just, you got to understand algorithms, smart money, prop trading firms, they know how to trade like me. So what I see on my chart, it might look a little different on their charts, but they're getting the same signals, okay? So this just went blue, which basically is a 5 to 9 cross on the daily, which is powerful. Okay, this is outperformance. This is amazing. This is amazing that it's low and cross. This looks good. Everything looks good. This is going to keep going up. Your Nasdaq's going to keep going up, okay? And then this one, when it's red and it crashes into the price action, and it looks like because price action is going up and the slope is deepening, that it's going to go blue. And when it goes blue, just like here, same thing. This is red, steepening, price action was going up. Red, steepening, price action was going up, and it went blue. And what happened? It rallied, okay, for a little while. Now, nobody knows when the rally will end. Sure, it could be 3 days, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 3 months, okay? It doesn't matter. Just like it doesn't matter with the news and the catalysts. And yeah, it matters that, on a different reason that we're out of baby formula and wheat and, we have a hawkish Fed and real estate could come down. Those matter, but what I'm saying is you can eliminate all that and you can just get your news from the charts. And right now, the news is screaming at me that it is going to continue to go up. Now, when these big rallies on my hike and a she and my 5 to 9 clouds go up, there are red days in here. So it will bounce up and down, but it's showing you the overall trend until the trend closes right there. And then it shows the new overall trend until it closes right there, okay? So yeah, this is time to get in and it's time to rally. And especially when this thing goes blue and comes down through it and curves, that anytime that happens, it could be a bottom, okay? It could be a bottom out of a dip or a correction. So it went red, There's the curve, bottom. Okay, when red, you're supposed to get out. Bottom, and it was. Goes down, and when it turns, bottom, and it is until it's not. Okay, whether it's 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months. So I want you to understand that. I want you to pay attention to that. And that is why in the Jedi Simulator, I am doing the dailies. Okay, and I'm going to show you. I built the little the watch list, and I'm going to show you what I'm seeing on those stocks. Now, some of them are a little premature, and I kind of cheated a little bit by getting in a day or two early. But I got them because I do think that they are going to have this condition by next week. I think McDonald's is one of them, and we'll look at it. But it's not that big of a deal. You'll understand by the end of this video of what I'm looking at and why I'm doing it, and how I was able to say we're going up and then change the whole strategy. Most people don't change their strategy. I change my strategy all the time depending on market environment. Okay, all the time. And a really good trader knows how to do that. They know how to be non-emotional. They know how to spot the problems and the solutions in the environment and the momentum within it, and adjust their strategies and conditions based upon it. Okay, so let's just real quick look at the Russell. Now, remember I said the Russell is the first to go. Well, the Russell is also the first to come back. Okay. Now, let's look at the Russell. It already has the blue cloud, guys. Okay. All your indicators are good. It's already crashing in. Okay. Well, what happens on the Russell, the small caps, the DraftKings, the SoFis, the Palantirs? What happens when it goes blue? Blue. Okay. Blue. Okay, blue. Okay, it's about to go blue, and the cloud is going to show you first. Look at the volume coming in, guys. Let me move in case my head's on. Look at the volume. Okay, so and again, a real simple way is using the MACD. When the blue line crosses the purple and it's directional off the bottom like that, and the histograms are elevating in the direction of price action, that is when you want to be in your Russell stocks. When the MACD closes on the Russell on the daily, that is when you want to get out of your Russell stocks. It's a really easy, simplified way to just know how to get in and out. I think a lot of people's problems with stocks and crypto is, number one, they're too emotional on it. Number two, they don't know how to exit right. You know, if you just knew how to exit right, you'd be making a ton of money. Okay, and if you knew simple things like you don't average down, you don't buy the dip, you don't dollar cost average in a bear market, if you just knew some simple things like that, and you said, okay, I'm in, I messed up, I'm just going to let it fall until it goes blue, and when it goes blue, I'm going to load up, and I'm going to cut my percentage into momentum going up, instead of add shares here, 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 and you keep lowering your percentage, but your dollar amount is the same, and your percentage and your dollar amount just get worse as it goes. But if you do it when it goes blue and it goes into momentum, you just do it one time. Maybe you 5x it into your stock, like a DraftKings or whatever it is, a Palantir or SoFi, and you cut your percentage. Your dollar amount's the same, but you're going into momentum with overall strength. Okay, and that gets you out of trouble much faster. Plus, you'll be making a lot of profit. Okay, so the Russell looks prime and ready to go. The Nasdaq is also looking very good for a rally, a little bit behind the Russell. The Russell is like ready. Like the Russell is ready to go. Okay, it's time to take that cookie out of the oven. Okay, now look at this. This is our SPY, and the SPY has made a lot of progress since I've been over here. It's only down 14.55% now. Again, this is crashing into the price action. Again, you're breaking resistances, and your cloud is blue, and your volume looks good. See, the cloud is blue. All indicators are good. And look, this is crossed with the histogram going in the direction of price action. Therefore, your SPY stocks are good to go for a rally until they're not, until the cloud closes, this goes red, or your MACD or all these other ones will cross over, okay? The Dow, the last to go, okay? The Dow had a minor trend reversal. It's up at a resistance, and this is definitely going to be going blue. But look at the rally, and look at, there's your green triangle, okay? There's your green triangle. I mean, let me ask you, would you like to double your money? Would you like to triple your money? Would you like to 10x your money? Would you like to 20x your money? I am trying to take about $4 million and 20x my money to $80 million. And I think that I can do it. And I think if I can do it with the system that I teach and that I design, you can do it too if you just paid attention and you did the things that I teach you. And I'm not saying I'm going to 20x my money overnight. It could, I'm giving myself a 15-year window, and it's going to have real estate and probably some businesses involved and other things. But I'm just saying, you can do it if you do everything systematically, calculated, and strategic. Okay. This thing is looking like it's ready to go. The Dow is a good place to be right now. So let's go look at some of those stocks that I put in here. And these are the ones I bought. And we're going to stay on the daily this time instead of the hourly, instead of the minutes, okay? Now, Upstart is not ready, but major momentum's coming in, and I can tell because the cloud is tightening and this thing is running right into it. It is a little premature. I could get into some trouble because Upstart shakes around, but look, essentially Upstart was all the way at $401, and it's only at 50 right now. So, I mean, we're talking about a major percentage to go up. ChargePoint, I got mine down at like $9, and its low was $8.50. And look, there's your blue cloud. You're coming into earnings, and this thing. And here's a good example. Now, ChargePoint has been in this major descending pattern. Okay, it's boom, 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 and it might reject here, but we're gonna know how to get out. But notice that every time that it went blue, it went up. 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 Okay? This is about to go blue, and it's about to go up. Okay? ChargePoint has been rallying for days, and I now have it in that simulator. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying when they go blue, and I'm going to be selling when they go red, or maybe I'll sell when the cloud closes the day before it goes red here. But essentially, that's what I'm going to be doing and showing you guys how to enter when the cloud goes blue and exit when the cloud goes purple. And then if I'm a little lazy or I want to see what happens for one more day, I can wait for this one to go blue and then red, which is about a day after the cloud, just as kind of like a reverse follow-through day, if you will. Just sometimes they fake out and they look like they're going to close and then they jump. So, this calculates all the monies and all the flows and volumes and everything behind it. So, yeah, ChargePoint's in there. Okay, sold all the SQQQ at a profit, moved it over to TQQQ. Okay, this thing is coming down. It's about to go blue, and look, there's your green triangle. FNGU. What is FNGU, Chris? FNGU is 10 of the FANG stocks. You have BABA in there. You have Tesla. You have Netflix. You have Apple. You have a whole bunch of good ones. So this just got a green triangle. The cloud is closing. I got that. This thing was all the way up at $50. It's $9.72. Roku. Is Roku bottoming? Well, it looks like it is. It looks like it's finally kind of getting to that point. Affirm. I mean, Affirm was way over here at 176, and it's $30 right now. And it's already gone up 100%. It came down to like 13, $14, and it's doubled from there. Look at these candles coming in. Look at the green triangle. Look at the cloud closing. Look at this has already gone blue behind it. Okay, I taught you how to spot tops and told everybody to get out before everybody knew. I'm showing you that we might be having local bottoms here, and you want to ride that momentum, pivot to the upside this time. Okay, you want to pull off those inverse hedges I was teaching you about, those triple leverage inverse hedges. You want to pull those off. You want to apply the money into your longs and rally up with it directionally. Okay, and you want to put your foot on the gas. Okay, when this happens. Okay. SPXL, you're just betting the SPY is going to go up. We already talked about the SPY. Tesla's ready for a rally, guys. Tesla, the cloud is closing. Volume looks right. Everything's looking good. Tesla looks ready. It looks ready to come up. I said over here to short it, and I just got in to go long. So, yeah, SM Energy. I mean, look at that chart, guys. Just went blue here on the daily. Multiple buy signals. This thing is on fire. Had a breakout over here. Okay, Marvell, just put this one in there. Marvell, again, cloud closing. This is about to go blue. Had a good earnings. Look at that volume. Everything is perfect, okay? A lot of times, how do I say this? A lot of times the stock market and the crypto market, people think that it goes down because all these different fear things going on TV. And yes, those are catalysts and those are reasons to get behind the momentum, breeds momentum to the downside. But you got to understand, historically, every time that the Fed comes out and says we're going to raise rates 3 times, this happens. It always has. That's why I'm so surprised that these guys, these chief economists and these CIOs, like, didn't see it coming, when it's so blatantly obvious that that is something that has happened every single time. Now, I am extremely good with pattern recognition. I can see things and I can calculate in my head, oh, that happened that on this day. Like, I'm very good at that. Maybe not everybody's as good as that. But pattern recognition is, and it's a little common sense, can go a long way in making a lot of money in stocks. We don't need to overcomplicate all the time. We need to do what your math teacher told you in 5th grade and reduce the variables and simplify. Is this blue? Yes or no? Did the cloud close? Yes or no? Did we get a green triangle? Yes or no? Okay, simplify it, run with it, trust it. The numbers are making outstanding gains. Okay, ARC K is butting into price action. Cloud is closing. It finally looks like it's ready to make a blue cloud. Now, we just sell when the cloud goes red, guys, but I mean, this is when you're short, this is when you close your short, and this is when you go long. And then when it curls and closes, you close your longs and you go short again. Matador Resources. Okay, there's blue right there. Extra good because you're above a 200 and you got a blue ribbon, but again, essentially bullish. Okay, Murphy Oil, same thing. Okay, all these are going to stay in till this goes red or the cloud closes on that simulator, as well as some of my real money trades, which I'm still trading the 1 hour for my real money, because when you trade the 1 hour, you skip all these purple candles. Even though it still stays blue here, if I go to the 1 hour, it gets you out for these 2 days, which is like 13 hours of downward. The reason I do that is because I don't like, okay, let me restate that. The reason I do that is because I know when it goes red on the hourly and it's going to make these purple candles on the daily. What I don't know is how long it'll go. Sometimes they go down into these big things. So I just systematically, when it goes red on the hourly, I sell, no questions asked, even when it's going up. I don't care. It'll go down for 2 days and then I'll rebuy it. Like, it's not a big deal. I just skip the pain and rebuy. I just leave that money on the side and then rebuy at the same price or even a little lower. Then I exited. Okay. PayPal's come down a long way. PayPal is just now going blue here and moving into the blue cloud. Okay. Denier Corporation. Okay. Blue cloud crashing it. Same thing on every chart. Okay. That's why I put him in there. That's why that one's up 277,000. And you know, this is for the buy and hold. You have to understand a directional change, momentum, and some conditions and indicators to stay in and get out. I have not said in this video one time that we're going to a bull run. We're going to have a trend reversal. We need to buy and hold and stay in forever. No, I wouldn't say that, because people that buy, hold, and stay forever, in my mind, are morons. Okay? If you were to buy and hold forever at the .com crash, you would have had 2 little companies called Microsoft and Intel that didn't even get 1/3 of its value back until 10 years after the .com crash. You know, some of these markets, they go down for a long time and they take a long time to get back to even. And some of those have been 25 years, 18 years, 8 years, 11 years. I'm not playing that game, that buy and hold forever. I'm showing you if you want to buy and hold, you do it with conditions, and then when it goes up, you stay in, and when it does this, you get out. You take your profit, period. To be a profitable trader, you have to sell, and you have to sell with conditions, okay? And I have proven that I can do that with scalps. I have proven it with the 1 hour, and now I'm going to prove it for the buy and hold guys, okay? I'm going to show you how I do that. Even though it's not my preferred way, there's a lot of channels out there that I see that are urgent. You must see this, and then they tell you nothing, or they just give you bad information. I see these channels, and they don't know how to exit. They just know how to keep adding fuel to the fire and dollar cost averaging on the way down and flying into a tornado. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to just put gas in the tank and drive into the tornado. You want to be able to stop. You want to be able to do a 3-point turn and pivot. You want to be able to go the other direction, okay? And you need to know when to enter and when to exit. And when to enter is not during the downtime if you're going long. You're fighting the trend. You don't want to do that. You want to go with the trend, establish the pivot, and get in heavy, run it up until it's time to get out. Take your profits. That's how you stack chips. That's how you get paid, baby. That's how you go green lights to the beach, okay? Look, here we go. Palantir, it's closing up, and this is getting down. Now, Palantir it's got a little gap here still, so we got to wait a little bit. But Palantir, I got in it, and yeah, so look at this. SQM, look how beautiful that is. Boom. Look, this is a good example of what I'm saying. You get a green triangle, okay? You're above a 200. You have a blue ribbon. This is ultimate perfection right here. And look at the rally. And it keeps going. And this went strong. So if you sold here, which is this candle, and you skip all this, and it tells you to buy back in here, which is the same price if you notice. So see where this went red? You just go right up, and you go across. And what does it do? It tells you to get out on this candle, and it tells you to get in on this candle. You didn't lose any of this money. You just saved yourself the time, the headache, the stress, and you bought back in at the same price into momentum. Okay? Smart. Okay? A lot of guys do things absolutely the backwards way, the wrong way. And I think that it's kind of designed for people to not understand, or for people to get the wrong information, especially with all these Facebooks and Reddits and YouTubes. A lot of these guys, they don't have finance degrees and economics degrees. This is what I went to school for, and then I just took it to the next level by really digging in and studying a lot more than they teach you. And I started seeing a lot of different things, and I started going with that thesis and implementing them. And I would simulate things until I would have like 20 different things I would simulate. And I would simulate, like thousands, like 10,000 per simulation. And I would figure out the most profitable daily, weekly, annually, quarterly, whatever. And what I'm showing you to this moment is the most profitable, the safest. It's just the way to really, really make money. And what's great is, you notice how I don't even have a lot of supports, resistances, Fibonacci's on here. You don't need any of it with this. Of course, it's good to know, it's good to have, but essentially it all comes down to what's going on in the background that you don't see. Accumulation, the money flowing in, things like that. Okay, volume and price section, volume and price section. That's really in the end of it. You don't need anything else but that. SoFi, I've already been in for a while. I have a lot of this, okay, like 10,000 shares. And look, it's blue here, it's curving, and I've been in the whole time since it first went over here. And I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I might have even got in here and went down a little bit, I think, and now just got back to profitable. But yeah, I'm going to hold, and the way I figure it is if it goes all the way back up to this yellow line, I'm going to make like $320,000 profit, okay? But I have to exit if this thing goes red. If it comes up here and it goes red, I just exit. Wait for it to come down, and when it goes blue, I just rebuy. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, NRGU, I've been telling you to buy this since $200. It's now $663. It's gone up $400, guys. ARCF, finally, ARCF is coming where it looks like it might be bottoming. Same with ARCW and ARCG as well. Okay, guys, we'll just look at ARCW real quick so you can see. And it's closing. It's not quite there. It's kind of like Palantir, so you got to give it a little bit more time. But looking better. CRISPR has definitely shown strength. Look at this. There's your triangle. It's already blue. CRISPR is on its way up. Now, CRISPR has had nothing but pain for like a year and a half. But at some point, the pain has to stop, and this has to show up, and there it is. It went blue, blue cloud, green triangle, Okay, so look, NVIDIA, complete direction change. I mean, look, get out, go short, cover short, go long. It's time to go long. There's your green triangle. NVIDIA just changed, just like Tesla's changing. Crocs, same thing. It's getting close to a change. So you guys get the point. Look, Lucid, I've been in all the way since back here, and Lucid's not done me wrong yet. Even when this is going down, you still are blue here, which calculates if more people are buying or selling. I'm telling you. Okay, so I got it here, and it went down a little bit, not a lot, but it went down a little bit from where I bought it, which was like, I bought it twice. I think I got it at like $18.03, and I got it at 17. I don't know, like above 1750, below 18, somewhere in there. I don't remember. And I still don't have a lot of it. I'm just kind of building a position. But look, it's going blue. And look what happens when it goes blue, guys. Whoop. Okay? The cloud is just now turning. So this thing could go on a run for us. So yeah, I'm back in Lucid. Adobe's looking good. Same thing. It's blue here. This just turned. Again, we don't know how long it'll go, but we do know, if we look at historically, these things, this was at $700 and it's at 428 right now. So look, ServiceNow, Bros, Google's turning, and Terra Resources. I've been preaching this for 9 months for you guys. I mean, you guys would be up to almost 300% if you would have bought it when I told you to buy it. Apple's turning. Roblox has turned. Look, Apple's turning. Look what happens when Apple gets a blue cloud, guys. Look at the last time Apple got a blue cloud. It went from 142 to 177. Okay, it went up $35. Last time it got, I'm sorry, over here it got a blue cloud. But this time it made 35, and this time it made 158 to 173. So that's plus $3, so $15. So it went up $15 here and $35 here. You just exit there, and it's just now, you would have gone short, okay? And it's just now getting its green triangle. It's closing, and maybe it goes up $15, maybe it goes up $35, maybe it makes an all-time new high, and we're at the beginning of a bull run. I don't know. I can't say that. I just know that when you should buy and when you should exit. And if you just follow this system and these conditions like I do, you will be profitable. You can't not be unless you make a mistake and you aren't watching the screen, or you exit prematurely or too late. And that happens to most people, because most people in the stock and crypto market are their own worst enemies. They make a lot of mistakes. They buy late. They don't understand the 4 phases. They don't understand accumulation. They don't understand participation. They don't understand distribution. They don't understand pivots. They don't understand how to read momentum. They get too caught up in the FOMO and too caught up in the forums and too caught up in the BS from the media heads, which are liars, by the way. When they say, oh yeah, we're just going to do this, they're actually pulling money out, doing the opposite. When they say we don't think there's going to be a recession, there's going to be a recession. They're literally telling you the opposite, because who watches it on TV? You, retail, okay? So don't believe them, okay? Just have your conditions. Kind of like isolate yourself from all the noise and get all of your news from the charts, and you will be very, very profitable. I'm up $24 million in that one simulator on the hourly simulation. I'm up over 300% in my real money account right now this year. And I'm up 1,500, almost 1,600% on scalps in that one simulator, and I'm going to show you for the rest of the year, buy and hold, how you could do it the right way, okay? The right way, okay? Because 99% of the people out there that you watch don't know the right way. They know of ways, and they have bits and pieces, and they have good theory on a lot of stuff, but they don't have it all figured out. Some of the big channels, the smaller channels, it's unfortunate, because the smaller channels are the really good channels. Like, some of the crypto guys are really good. Some of the trader guys are really good. But there's a lot of guys out there that just don't know, and they just have a big YouTube channel, and they just make content about whatever. And, they read you the news, or, they give their opinions, and I just shake my head. And I just know how much, because I actually tally like what they say, and then watch how much they lose. And I just feel bad for their customers, for their clients that watch their channels, and I just feel bad. That's why I started a YouTube. But I'm also like, why should I do a YouTube if I'm doing all the work? And are people going to comment? Are people going to be grateful? Because I could just make a ton of money and not do this. I don't have to do this and show you, but I want to meet cool people that really want to learn technicals and really want to be successful in life and really want to have a mentor and learn some of these trading techniques to make a lot of money for themselves. Okay, so look, I'm going to end it there. Come into the Discord. The link is in the description below. Just come in. You make sure you have Discord on your Android or your iPhone, and then put in your email or phone number. You'll get a little link, and you'll verify it, and then just come in. Now, you'll have the general chat, you'll have the stock chat, you'll have the crypto chat, but most people talk in the Jedi chat area, which you will not be able to see. You will not be able to see the elite area where the alerts are. If you want to see all that, where most of us are talking, go to subscriptions. It's $99 a month or $665 for the whole year. If you do either of those at Jedi Gold, you'll have everything. You'll have all the courses. You'll have one-on-one coaching with me. You'll have all the group trainings, which are really cool. Everybody loves those. I'll be in there every day with everybody. We have a good group of people in there. They're all getting really good. I mean, all of them are, every one of them, all the students are at a place where I just know, because I'm the teacher, I just know them personally from personal DMs and personal coaching. And then I can see how far all of them have come. Some of them have become very good technically. Some of them, it's not even some of them. Every one of them have attributes and skills that have just come a long, long way. I had a guy, I think he's from Norway, and he wrote, I think it was yesterday, he said, I am so much more confident now that I am doing it this way, and I just wish I had more money and knew this before. And a lot of people are like, this is, the best group, the most informative, like you learn the most in this group. It's not a lot of fluff. It's not a lot of BS. We're traders. We're in it to make money. We're not in it to play games over at the Wheelhouse. But we're at the Wheelhouse. We're trying to turn you guys into Jedi, Sith Lord killing ninjas. Okay, that's the deal. We want to make money at the Wheelhouse. That's all we care about. And I make money every day, and you can too. Come in the Discord, do the courses, come talk to me. I hope this video helped you. Hope it kind of was a clear visual representation of what you could be doing and how I do things, what I'm looking at, why I'm doing it, just some general suggestions, and I hope you enjoyed. My name is Chris, and welcome to the Wheelhouse.